Well, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Elk Mountain. We got a little wait here for the Mahindra. Actually, it can transport liquid as well. So we got a couple barrels or drums full of diesel fuel here. We're going to use that as a counterweight here on the Mahindra and see how that works. And that also give us a way to transport fuel around the farm. The combine does need some, so we'll take some out to it. I did bring the little John Deere seeder down here to the dealership. Got it sold. A little less than $4,000 they paid me for it. It wasn't worth a whole lot. So, put me up about $42,000. It looks like Glenn's got the wagon fixed and out there. So, we're doing okay. Ended up talking to one of the guys in the shop. And he had started or is trying to start a little business on the side, a little haymaking business. And so he actually has a baler and a tractor. So I was going to rent a baler and bring it down here and get this straw picked up. But anyhow, I hired him. So he was actually about to get off work. He's one of the welders down there at the shop. His name is Gage. And he was just up there for a few hours this morning, so he actually ran home, picked up his tractor and baler, and he's already down here in the field working. So we're going to go ahead and head over here and check out and see what kind of progress he's making. From what I understand, his baler is a little bit older, so is his tractor, but he's just starting out, a young kid, trying to get going with a little business. So I thought that was a good opportunity to help him out. And it looks like he's over there across the field. So I am going to actually, let's pull over here. We need to put some fuel in the combine. Oh, I just hit the combine. So let me pull over here and then we'll walk out there and see what he's got going on. Alright, so we got him set up there. He had a little bit of trouble there on the end there, but we got it worked out and he is off again. So yeah, so he has a older tractor. There's a John Deere and he's got an old Heston baler, but it has an accumulator there on the back of the baler. So as he drives around and bales up the straw, then those bales will accumulate there on the back and he'll just drop them in threes out around the field, and that just helps with picking them up. Don't have to run around the field so much. So it's a really neat rig. It's a little bit older equipment, but he seems to be pretty good at picking this straw up. So he's doing a great job, and the price was right. He just wants 20% of what we get. So I'm good with that. No cash out of my pocket. Once we sell it, we will give him his 20%. So we're going to let him carry on with that. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the fill up the combine here. I did buy this down at the shop. It's a pretty neat little setup they had. It's kind of like a custom thing that they are able to get in. So we'll hop in the combine here and go ahead and get some fuel in here. Let's see, where's the fuel gauge? Yep, it looks like we're full. That filled up really quick. Very good. So we have the combine out here, that wheat field just in front of us. Should be ready very soon. And so we've got Gage out here working in the field. He is going to come back. He's going to bring his equipment back to work on the field over here once it is harvested. So he's willing to put in the hours and do the work. And that saved me some time and effort on having to rent a baler and do it myself. So while he's able to work, I'm able to do something else. So it's working out really well. Hopefully this weight back here on the back of the Mahindra is enough. I'm not really sure if it's going to be or not. So let's get this attachment connected here, and then what we'll do is going out here to the field, we'll just give it a shot, see if we can move some of these bales off of the field What I want to do is try and just get them off of the field for now, because I do want to get some planting done or seeding done today. I'm going to go ahead and plant another crop in, try and get some extra income this year. So we're just going to move them off, get them out of the way, and then we're going to need to come along and get this field seeded. Now, I just sold my seeder, so I don't have a seeder. May try to buy something, may have to lease something. I'm not real sure. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. But let's see if this Mahindra can pick up these bales. These are really big bales. They should be pretty heavy. So I don't know how many I can pick up at a time. Gauge is actually packing them in really tight, which I wanted them to do because I wanted to minimize how many bales we had to pick up. And the funny thing is, did not realize this, but Gage is actually related to Cliff over there at the feed store. So that's pretty neat coincidence. Alright, let's see what happens here if we can get this connected up. Nope, 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 that's too much. That is too much. So, let's try 2 bales and see what happens. That is right at the edge of being too heavy right there. But I can manage if I'm careful. Keep the weight down low and be a little gentle there, and we'll see if we can't get some of these moved off the field. Now I'm not sure how much fuel is left in those barrels. Mike could get some more fuel if the combine used quite a bit, and that would add some weight back. There we go. All right. Where's he at? Well, he is stopped back down there again. Well, he is running some older equipment. He may have to work on that baler as he goes along. He did say he was having issues with the strings, with the tie-in mechanism, so maybe he's having to fix that again. Well, he's getting paid, or will get paid, so I'll let him deal with that. And I'm going to go ahead and carry on with these bales here. And then hopefully we can get this done and knocked out. And I'll try and see if the dealership has a seeder. I was going to talk to him while I was down there earlier, but the salesman was not in yet, so I wasn't able to find out what they had available. But we'll figure something out, see what they have, or hopefully they have something. I know the equipment is hard to come by right now. They are having trouble getting things in, so I don't know, I may should have planned this out. Hopefully I can get this seeded today. Well, I'm making a little bit of progress here. This is actually going along pretty good. Can only handle 2 bales at a time. I did run back down to the fuel station. That took a few minutes to grab some more fuel. These drums were about half empty, so we went ahead and topped them back off. And that gave me a little bit more weight, but it's still a little bit shaky here. It's not... well, it's a lot of weight for this little Mahindra. I'm really pushing its limits here. But, as you can see, Gage is across the field there. I've already cleared off the majority of the field. I'm just making piles around the field, so this is working out pretty good. Just getting it off the field, out of the way, so that I can get in here and get this thing reseeded. Now, As I'm driving along here, I've been noticing quite a few stones showing up in the field. Now, I'm not sure if they are going to be able to be packed back down by the roller. I may end up having to get a picker in here and have those stones collected out of here. I'm not real sure. I'll give it a shot with the roller and see if that won't do the trick. But if not, I need to get these things out of here. Really lucky none of them caused any damage to the combine. But definitely don't want to take its chance. Oh man, he is stuck again. That old baler is just causing him all kind of trouble there. I hate it for him. He's a good kid, seems to be a good kid, and is just trying to make it out on his own. So hopefully he can get that figured out. Maybe he just needs to replace a part or two in that thing and to get it back to working like it should. Alright, we got that loaded up on top there, so we will just shut her down right here. Let me go check on him again, and we'll see if we can't get this field finished up. Hey Gage buddy, you alright? Where you at? Alright, we got all of the bales picked up off the field, and Gage, he actually asked if there was more work he could do around the farm. I got to thinking, there absolutely is. I could really use some help today trying to get this field prepared. So what we did, his tractor is actually pretty beefy. I think he's got about 175 horsepower or so. So we went ahead and hooked him up to the cultivator here. And now we did have the roller hooked up, but we just unhooked that because that roller just does not have enough weight to get these stones back down in the ground. These stones are just a little bit too big. It's pushing some of them down, but you see there's just some that are just a little too big, and it's not getting them back down into the ground. So what we're going to end up doing is letting him cultivate the field, and then I'm going to run down through the shop. They do have a stone picker that we can rent. I just made a phone call down there. So I'm going to run down there with a Mahindra. Hopefully the Mahindra can pull it. I think it can, but I'll take that weight off the back. And I run down there and grab the stone picker. I'm going to turn him loose here on the field. We're just going to pay him a little bit to do that work for us. And then I'll come in behind him with the stone picker. And then we'll try to get that taken care of. Get all these stones picked up off the field. And hopefully this will be the last time that we have to deal with the stones here to this capacity. Maybe that anything that pops up here on out will be small and the roller can hopefully handle it. So we're going to get him set up here on the field and turn him loose, and I'm going to head down to the shop, and I'll be back here with a stone picker hopefully very quickly. Well, this is a painstakingly slow process. I got the rock picker from the dealership. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too much for the Mahindra to handle, so I brought it back down here with the Mahindra. But then I had to disconnect it and hook it up to the old John Deere here, and I'm having to use it to run the rock picker. We're making progress. You see we're working our way in from the edge of the field, just kind of come in behind Gage, and I've been working around the field behind him. Obviously he has got a much wider working width than I do, so he is making a little bit more progress than I can make, but that's okay. At least he can stay out of in front of me, and we can stay out of his way. So yeah, I'm just picking rocks. It is taking quite a bit of time. The field is big, and this rock picker is not very wide, so I wish that roller would push these rocks down, but they are just too big. It needs to be done. I know it needs to be done. It's just I really wanted to get to seeding immediately after getting that straw picked up. So a little hiccup in my plan here today, but we'll work through it and get it done. Interestingly, some things have come to light. I was talking to Gage, and I mentioned before that he is related to Cliff over there across the road who owns the feed store. Well, I'm a little bit in a jam here. I don't know what to do. It sounds like things may have been said about that night that I got attacked up there on the mountain. Cliff knew I was going up there. Nobody else did. But yet he has been so nice to me, has offered me work. I find this hard to believe. But according to Gage, it sounds like Cliff may have been the one that attacked me. Now obviously I don't have proof. And I probably need to talk to the sheriff about this information. I don't want to get Gage in trouble and mess up his relationship with Cliff, but something probably needs to be done. If this is the case, and it is true, I think the sheriff does need to be involved, because I'm not the only person that got run off up there. There had been a group of kids that got run off, so I don't know what the deal is, why this is happening, but yeah, I think I need to call the sheriff. But first things first, I need to get this field done, so I'm not going to really press the issue with Gage. I'll let the sheriff handle all of that. I don't think I'm going to press charges. I'll just let them deal with it how they need to. Cliff, he has been really good to me. He's offered me some work around the area and helped me out a couple times when I was in a pinch, so you know, I don't think the right thing to do would be to press charges. I'm not injured. Yeah, I had a lump on my head for a few days, but everything's okay, and you know, I'm doing good, so I'm not going to press charges, but we'll see what the sheriff has to say and see what they have to do. I really hate that. That is very unfortunate, but then again, that is alleged. We have no proof at this point, so yeah, I want to get done with this field here, and then I want to probably run into town and have a little chat with the sheriff, and I'll let him know what's all going on. I'm not going to involve Gage. I'm just going to let the sheriff do his job. So anyway, thought I'd update you guys on that. Really hate to hear that. So anyway, more to come on that. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of it and then put this thing to bed. It's really been weighing on my mind here the past little bit on why somebody would have done that, what the reasons were. So if that's the case may be solved. So let me go ahead and continue working around this field here. We've got Gage out there somewhere. Yep, he's across over there. You see, I'm getting a pretty good pile of rocks in here. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have a couple low spots around the farm that I may just dump them in and spread them out. But I think there is a place somewhere nearby. I think there's a stone quarry. Yeah, the stone quarry up the way over there, actually, where I found the gold, or near there. They have a crusher. Maybe I can use that and crush up this stone and get a little bit of lime out of it. So I don't know, we'll see what we want to do with it. It may not be worth the effort, but anyhow, we're going to continue on. We'll get this field prepped, And then next time we'll go ahead and get some seeding done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave the video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel or just haven't done so yet, I'd appreciate it if you consider subscribing. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you each have a blessed day.